2-1. All right, we are here to bring you an extremely exciting matchup that we have here. This is going to be Team Argentina and Team New Zealand on the track right now in this early matchup. Short game, 30 minutes, no breaks for timeouts. The clock will keep running for those 30 minutes, as you're aware from what an exciting day we've had so far. So I'm Raucous Ron.
Troncha Toro for the friends. Hola todo el mundo. Hi everyone. I will speak some Spanish for Argentinian people. Well, we will start with some roster.
Yeah, why don't you tell us the Argentina roster?
Yeah, I can tell my country roster. Argentina, we have número 0207, Fermín Sosa. 08 es el pibe, o pibe. Número 087, Lea. Número 10, Chispa. Número 12, Mauro Cruz. Número 13, Ezequiel Malo-Prob. Número 2 es Kaku. Número 20, Party Boy. Número 21, Heavy Dolce. 22, Optimus Squad. Número 26, Raiken Vázquez. Número 3, Víctor Díaz. Número 4, Nicolás Vergallo. Número 44, Cuchillito Moreno. 510, Arturo Orgaz. Número 7, Black Shadow. Y el 99 es Gregorio Done.
Oh, and we'll get to the New Zealand lineup in just a minute because right now they are coming out for the high cut, and that's incredible. It's a representation, written as a representation of where they come from and a challenge to their opposition. So we'll check that out right now on the floor.
That was intense.
Yeah, Kiritoa.
Maybe we can hear some cumbia from Argentina right now.
That would be fantastic. But let's run you through the New Zealand lineup real quick. We've got just a minute before game time. So for New Zealand, we've got number 10, X-Ray, 112, Barber, 18, Icky, 207, Judgment Day, 229, Diamond, 30, Wreck-It Rob, 321, Atomic Hamster, 447, Fig Jammer, 47, The Crawling, 63, Nobody, 666, Killer Doll, 7, Fowls, 8, Lodge. Love to see at World Cup we get these explosions of culture here, and what an incredible community having been at World Cups before and seeing these sorts of things. It's great community, and the sportsmanship is fantastic here, and I gotta say, from Calgary, from this weekend so far, no toxic masculinity on this track.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
maybe some masculinity, but not very much toxicity. So.
Well, you know that Argentina is the third time that they're on the World Cup, but New Zealand, it's the first time, so we don't know yet the level that we are still figure out how it's going to be the result of this game. Only 30 minutes in this game, no stopping on the clock. And we are going to start in no time soon, like 30 seconds or less. And we have on the timer line number 8 for the Kiwi, it's Lodge, and the number 10, Chispa, on timer line for Argentina.
Fantastic. We'll start at the line. Ooh, Chispa around the outside, going to pick up a quick lead call for Argentina. Argentina looking very strong in past World Cups, and we expect the same this weekend.
Primer lead jammer para Chispa, primer lead jammer en este primer jam del partido, solamente 30 minutos sin parar el reloj. 5 puntos más, los primeros 5 puntos para el equipo argentino, first 5 point for Team Argentina. And we can see how the jammers are still, well, Chispa is trying to pass for the third time at the time that the jammer of Team Kiwi is fighting against 4 blockers of Team Argentina, and Chispa receive another 5 points for Team Argentina. And she passed through the wall. He found the wall, the hole, sorry, and he passed and received another 5 points for Team Argentina in this first jam.
Now pushing on the front wall once again, but knocked down to the outside by New Zealand's defense. New Zealand with that star pass, but not having luck getting through. Now picking up a cut track. That'll be Lodge heading off the track as Chispa comes around for another 5.
Y en el primer jam del partido, un corte de pista ocurrido por el jammer del equipo Kiwi. Por lo tanto, tenemos un power jam para el equipo argentino, power jam para Chispa, que ya lleva anotados 20 puntos, 20 points for Argentina. And the jam comes to an end with a 25-point jam. And we had some replay on the screen. You can see as Chispa was like...
Chispa with wonderful work here, sliding underneath the blocks, staying in bounds. You've got to love that, getting low, staying underneath the blocks, getting past the blocks. Excellent work there. And you'll see a lot of that. We've got some diminutive jammers on the Argentinian side, and they like to get low, they like to get under the blocks, definitely.
Well, they're small jammers, so they have this tendency to get low and pass on the line. And now we're back on there with second jam. We have Cruz jamming for Argentina in this power star, and he received the lead jammer status. Second lead jammer for Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina busting out real big on that first jam and looking to do some damage here on the second one. 5 more points on the board for Cruz.
And as we can see, the jammer of Team Kiwi is trying to pass the jammer cover to the pivots. They're having some issues on the back of the track. We have Lodge jamming for Kiwi.
Cruz was knocked down and got right back up and into the action with another pass. We do have a successful star pass, and Barber now has the star for New Zealand.
And that's the strategy. We had the jammer of Team Argentina who called off this jam with 0 point for Team Kiwi for a little bit of seconds. As we can see on the replay, the apex jams on the inside line who was failed. He was on the inside, so he just called the jam off to don't get the Kiwi team to have some points.
Yeah, and that's a wise choice here because points do matter coming down the stretch here in terms of the matchups and placements for working through this tournament. This is kind of an evaluation round that we're seeing. So right now we've got Vasquez and Fig Jammer facing off in this jam.
And we have only 2 blockers of Team Argentina on the track against 3 blockers of Team Kiwi. That means that a lot of penalties are being accessed on the last jam.
Now Vasquez picks up the lead. Fig Jammer is out as well, a half a track behind. Great awareness on Team Argentina. You can see him looking at the bench all the time, 4 directions. Vasquez through, calls it off with 4 more points on the board. That'll put them at 38.
And we had the replay. We can see as he used one of the blockers, the number 21, as help for the inside line.
Yeah.
That's a very Argentinian move too.
It is. We're seeing more and more of that, using your own blockers to kind of swing around that inside line or gain that positioning on the line. So.
Well, we see it all day. I suppose that in all the the games that I saw this movement. So I think it's more like a dance right now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So right now, Black Shadow for Argentina, Atomic Hamster for New Zealand. Hamster out front, getting some good motion. Doesn't make the outside edge. It's going to be drawn back by the defense of Argentina behind Optima Squad. Black Shadow on the front end does pick up lead.
We have lead jammer para el equipo argentino, lead jammer para Black Shadow, número 7. And I think that we have one blocker of each team on the penalty. That means 3 and 3. Another blocker going to the penalty blocks from Team Argentina. That's going to have a little bit of difference for Team Kiwi, who is trying to get some points. Oh, that was huge. Both of the jammer firing on the outside line.
Yeah.
The jammer of Team Kiwi was off, but that was risky.
Yeah, that looked like a low block waiting to happen, or a jammer penalty. So Hamster then bumped to the outside, but crazy action happening in that last minute there. Love it. So now on the replay here, see the jammers on the jammer action, and we've got the big hit from Black Shadow onto the Hamster.
And we had 6 minutes of this first and only period, and 43 points on the scoreboard for Team Argentina, 0 points for Kiwi. We are going to see 23 minutes. It's mean a war on Derby.
Lodge and Chispa's cuts around the inside. He's took it through a wall of his own blockers. They really set up that outside solid wall and had that hole for him. It was like they planned it, a set play like you'll see in basketball. Chispa around again, in the same spot, taking the under route.
Well, you know that's the style with the jammer of Team Argentina. You have Pibe and Chispa, who has always the same type of movement on the outside or the inside, very low. Most of the blockers couldn't avoid it. It's like they're so low that you risk to really hurt them if you just smash them on the line.
And just a moment ago, we saw Chispa knocked down to the inside, and the blocker hit him, went out. And that's just a little testament to the inexperience of New Zealand. You know, a lot of your more experienced players would stay in bounds, and they would get a recycle and that sort of action. But I expect to see New Zealand. They've got a lot of talent out there. I expect them to do better as the tournament goes on. So right now, 19 points for Chispa up on this jam. And they are running away with it at this point, 62-0 over New Zealand.
Now we can see as the blocker of New Zealand get like this, they form the stable wall, and now they're fighting against Chispa, and that's very good for New Zealand because that means that they're working together. They are finding the way to stop Chispa, even if it's for a few seconds. That's works.
Exactly.
Always works.
You saw that setup play for them.
And like. Speaking about that, we had the first time that there's scoring in this game. So it's 4 more points for New Zealand. Like, well, for the first 4 points for New Zealand, and that means a lot because they were like 8 minutes suffering about the score, and when you can start score, you can start do everything, you know.
Oh yeah. So Cruz once again, and the Hamster. So Cruz, they set up that play once again on the outside with a block to seal off the New Zealand blockers, and Cruz is around in no time. Kind of an incidental trip up between the two players right there. Cruz battling the front and staying on that outside, sliding under the blocks once again, picking up the 5 points.
And we can see the jammer of Kiwi who just get off the back for the first time, and we will see if Cruz allow him to make some points. But I don't think so. I was hoping to see some points for New Zealand, but that's true that the differential and this part of the World Cup, it's everything.
So here we're going to see a replay of the start of the jam, and you'll see how he gets out so quickly here, again, with Heavy Dolce sealing off that line and opening up the outside. Excellent move by Cruz to recognize that. It's almost like they planned it.
Yes, I think that maybe they might be playing that on the bench.
So let's hear a jam in Spanish here, all right? And I'll follow you up in English, so give it to them.
We can try. So tenemos a Vázquez llameando para el equipo argentino, lead jammer, para el jammer justamente argentino, el jam número 7. Vázquez, en este momento se encuentran solamente 3 bloqueadores del equipo Argentina en la pista, y Vázquez que logra pasar anotando otros 5 puntos más para el equipo blanco y celeste. You want to translate that?
Picking up 5 points more here after picking up lead is Vázquez. Argentina now up to 77 and continuing to look dominant. We have had a star pass to nobody. So
we have a star pass to nobody. No one is receiving the star pass.
We've got a Nadia on the other teams and a nobody over here. So Nadia and nobody, but now Vázquez skips down the inside line and grabs 5 more, so 10 points on this jam.
And we have a power jam because of the new jammer of the Kiwis. it's in the penalty. That means that they will have 30 seconds to keep scoring. At that time, we have 20 points for Vázquez, number 26, 20 puntos para el jugador número 26 Vázquez en este Power Jam. Y logra pasar por la línea interior nuevamente, anotando otros 5 puntos más. Y este jam llega al final con 25 puntos en total para el equipo argentino. Como podemos ver en el replay, en la repetición, Vázquez, que con la ayuda de sus compañeros intenta pasar por la línea interior y en el último instante hace un apex jump. Esos movimientos son increíbles. El equipo argentino explota las líneas al máximo. Argentinian team used the line as maximum.
Wow, 2 25-point jams so far for Argentina. Argentina with 100% lead status in this game, and 2 star passes so far for New Zealand. So struggling a little bit. Sometimes you see those star passes. So on the jam, Toro.
We already had the lead jammer. That time is for Black Shadow, jamming for Argentina. And then we have the number 63 jamming for the Kiwis team. That's nobody. Nobody is jamming for Team Kiwi. I love to say that. Nobody's jamming for Team Kiwi. And
that
then,
might be confusing to the
viewers
I know,
out
but
there. His derby name. I can't do anything about it. I had to say that.
We could say number 63, nobody.
Yeah, well, yeah. So back on derby, we had a star pass. Now we have someone who has a star pass. It's Barber, number 112. And he's trying to pass, I think, for the first time on this jam. At the time, the Black Shadow already scored 10 points. That means he passed 3 times. That was the 4 score, the 3 score pass, the 4 time that he passed, and it was 15 points jam on this jam number 8.
Yes, and again, no points for New Zealand here. And Argentina, as expected, really just coming out with incredible activity, lots of great blocking, coordination, teamwork. This team works together a lot, and we'll have Pibe.
And we have 08, and we had age. So now we can just speak about number. We had to say the naming names.
Yeah. So Pibe and Lodge jamming on this one. Lodge looking good up front, working lateral movement, but heavy Dolce company just on the lockdown defense. Pibe getting that outside edge once again.
And it was an amazing work of the number 18 of Kiwi, who just recycled the Pibe on the inside line. And you know, when you have Argentinian teams who take the lines all the time and you recycle a jammer on the inside line, that's mean a war for you.
Like, that's excellent. That was icky.
And I think it's because of that we don't have any lead, because Pibe, I think it was a no pass, no penalty. That means he doesn't have the lead jammer status.
Yes.
And the jammer of Kiwi, he doesn't pass for the first time, so no lead jammer of this jam.
So he does have an opportunity to get out here, but continuing to roll and sneak through the crowd, getting right underneath, so blockers in front of him, but spinning through their arms like a little tornado. Pibe.
And Pibe who keep passing, el Pibe sigue pasando, anotando otros 5 puntos más para el equipo argentino. 20 puntos anotados en este jam número 9, con unos 16 minutos todavía de juego. That's the movement, that's el Pibe. He skates very low on the inside or out the outside, which he doesn't care the line. He gets very low and he passes through the legs of people.
And the juke moves of an NBA point guard, just phenomenal. You see that dance right there? I mean, they cannot get in front of him. You cannot block Pibe with 1 or maybe even 2 inexperienced blockers. And that's what we're seeing here for New Zealand, is a lot of inexperience. Physical talent, aggressiveness. They've got so many elements that show a lot of promise for the future, but Argentina's got it all.
But the thing, I think that's something very positive about Kiwi is that they're still playing like 100%. I can see that. I can see I can see that they are losing because of their faces. They are just keep doing, and that's amazing.
Yeah, and then we've got the biggest jam of the game so far at 37 points on the board for Pibe, and that's the kind of points that Pibe can put up here. Wow, on the replay. That was a juke move in front of a big guy, 2 juke moves. We stated it before, but that's phenomenal gameplay right there.
And then we had also on the last chance some points for New Zealand, 4 points. It was the second time in this game that they are scored. Like, they are working hard.
Yes,
and
they
they're
are,
receiving.
and they're out right now, even though we've got a lead for Chispa. They are out threatening to score again. Did they get any? Did they sneak in? So
I think that maybe they will have some points. No, not that time. Oh, I was hoping some points for Team New Zealand.
This is what I love to see. You know, you're from Argentina originally, right? And then here you are rooting for New Zealand in this game to do well.
I always cheering for Derby. I love Derby. I don't care about nationalities. I love Derby. And
that's why I love World Cup and why I'm here in Barcelona with you. So fantastic. For the love of Derby, and here we go with Mario Cruz for Argentina and Atomic Hamster for New Zealand.
Amazing
the hamster's
work.
Getting some success out there. Might have an opening, but no, reformed at the front is Argentina.
And that's amazing work of Atomic Hamster on the line. He's like just jumping on the line a little bit, trying to find the little hole of the Argentinian barrier. Oh, but it was Mario Cruz, yes, sorry, who was just Mauro Cruz just get off the pack, and he received the lead jammer status.
You know, one thing I'm noticing a big difference is Argentina's helping their jammers when they need it, and they don't often need it, but they're willing to break off and play offense. And New Zealand is stuck on that defensive mode, and then their jammers cannot get out, as we're seeing right now for the hamster. He's definitely caught in a hamster wheel over here. So.
Oh, but look at the Kiwi. They were like working together. I think it's a very useful moves there. Oh, well, that was violent. I just saw hits, you know, all over the place, and I tried to find, you know, the logic.
Yeah, so pulling through once again, 15 points for Argentina. That'll put them up at 168-8 over New Zealand. Taking a look at the penalty board there. So that's a lot of penalties for New Zealand, and quite a few for Argentina as well.
Well, I think at that time of the game, it's normal because the game turned to be something very physical. We are playing it with the strategy, obviously, but we had this part of physical derby. It's like classical stuff about men's roller derby. So you can see the penalties. And now we are back on derby. We had número 26, llamando para el equipo argentino, lead jammer para el equipo argentino. And the side of Kiwi, we had number 8, Lodge, jamming for the black and white team.
Nice recycle at the back of the pack by New Zealand.
An amazing work of the number 112, Barber, who was the jammer, if I don't misunderstood. I think he was the jammer, and now he's a pivot, and he's recycling very good. And we had 2 blockers of Team Argentina on the penalty box. That means only, now three blockers of Team Argentina, only the pivot on the track.
Yeah.
That means that's the opportunity to New Zealand.
And this is the time that Vasquez might want to slow it down. Here we go, just like I said, play some defense, and then they want to keep it rolling to get their people out of the box and maybe sacrifice a few
Sorry,
points.
but perfect move. Perfect move about the jammer of Kiwi. He passed. He received 4 points. Sorry that I interrupted you, but it was amazing.
No, that's good. Interrupt me anytime for amazing. So Lodge through for 4 points, and definitely trying to run the clock here and get some of the players out of the box, and it's an effective strategy, though. Lodge did get some points out of it.
And now we can see another penalty for Team Argentina. That's mean another. Yes, that was perfect. That was teamwork. That was teamwork.
Nice knockdown block in the back. That's number 207 for New Zealand. Judgment Day, laying it down a hard hit.
The Kiwi is awake.
They are. You knew there was a lot of fight out there in the New Zealand men's roller derby team. You could tell from that energy before the match. Wow, see the hugs and the community coming out front, you know, and the love here, and that'll.
And that was the third time that New Zealand scored in this game, and that was a 12-point jam for New Zealand. That was the highest score of the Kiwis team. That's a you know, a little bit of hope for this team. And we had 16 points for Team Argentina in the last jam. And now we're back on Derby because we never stopped.
So Black Shadow for Argentina and Fig Jammer for New Zealand.
And the first lead jammer for New Zealand is for Fig Jammer.
Wow, there we go. So starting to put it together here, seeing all this competition.
Whoa.
We're seeing much rougher play from them and a little more strategy as the game wears on. And that's one of the points of this. And then again, 4 points.
I think
so 5 points up in the air for Fig Jammer, and this is exciting stuff to see them start to get some energy and roll and get some points, lead jam calls.
We start to see the Latin American and the culture of Aotearoa, like we can see the indigenous culture, the passionate culture. That's perfect. I love that.
Yes.
As a Latin American person, I can tell like my blood is boiling right now.
Right now, that's his score for the 3 jams he's done so far.
Chispa on the line now for Argentina. We've got 8.5 minutes left in this one, shortened bout. Of course, New Zealand in the black and Argentina in the white, if you're just joining us.
And we have a little bit of help here of a beautiful producer. And she told me that Chispa scored 52 points in 3 jams. Tenemos a Chispa que anotó 52 puntos en 3 jam. La suma total de sus puntajes fueron de 52 puntos. Y en este momento nos encontramos con Chispa llameando. Y vemos al número 4 que medio baila en la pista. Esto es muy argentino. Bailando Nicolás Vergallo en la pista.
No.
Oh, pero en este momento tuvimos una penalty para Chispa. Enviado a la penalty box to Power Jam for Kiwi. That's the opportunity to Team Kiwi.
There we go. Wow, nice spin, but a good block up there by Optimus Quad. He gets knocked out of bounds, so he doesn't have to go back behind him. Look at this battle up front from Heavy Dolce and Wreck-It Bob. Wow, Wreck-It Rob, that is. Big guys fighting it out on the front line. Continuing, this is getting really aggressive. We're coming down to 7 minutes right now, and this is exciting men's derby right now. To see all of this.
Passionate. Passionate derby, man.
I like the way you say that word, passionate.
Con pasión y locura.
Very good. But and continuing here, Argentina, 4 more points for Chispa. And then rolling through, getting a lot of offensive help from Heavy Dolce and company on the front line. So now Optimus Quad racing on the front line, but we're seeing more of the Kiwis coming up and destroying that. And remember how I was saying earlier we weren't seeing offense for the Kiwis?
They hear you.
That's what we're seeing right now, is we're seeing them come up and hit those walls. They've decided that the jammers said, help me. And they're giving them some help. So that's the kind of thing they're learning right now. They're going to take that on farther in the tournament. And I bet you they'll be playing with more of this aggressiveness when they see how much better they did when they were using that aggressive gameplay right here.
And I think the Tribune it's noting this kind of, you know, hitting on the track, because now they start cheering like, oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah.
So we had 6 minutes to finish this game. We had 201 points for Argentina, 31 for New Zealand. The most of the score was for New Zealand was on the last 5 or 6 jam. That means that they're really starting to climbing on the score.
Mario Cruz with lead right now for Argentina. Lodge still battling it out, but again getting offensive help. You can see getting offensive help on the front end from the teammates. Using that timing, but right now it's a 4-on-1 in the front. Cruz with quite the battle.
And I'm going to say that in Spanish because it's a Spanish expression. Está lloviendo en la penalty box. That means it's raining on the penalty box. Because we have 4 blockers leading to the penalty box, and the whistle who's keep like sounding last the 5 person to go to the penalty box the last 3 seconds, even a minute.
They're definitely seeing more of Argentina going to the penalty box.
We had 3 blockers of Argentina and 2 blockers of Team Kiwi on the penalty. That means only 2 blockers on the track for New Zealand and only 1 blocker of Team Argentina. As we can see,
another
one who is running right now to the penalty. And
a micro pack on the track right now and spread out, kind of a loose pack, so the jammers crew's gonna slide through.
We've got time for a sponsor really quickly because I think we've been very caught up in the game, which is my fault.
Yeah, with 4 minutes left here, let's give you a word from our sponsors. Roller Derby Elite, the brand that is the sport. They are a proud sponsor of Worldwide Roller Derby and platinum sponsor of Team USA. Thank you to Roller Derby Elite.
tenemos en la línea de Jammer al número 447 Fig Jammer llameando para el equipo de Aotearoa, y tenemos a El Pibe llameando para el equipo argentino, jugador legendario del derbi argentino, que pasa nuevamente por la línea exterior y consigue el estado de lead jammer for Team Argentina in the jam number 16 of the first and only period of the first day of the World Cup. As we can see, Pibe on the outside line, like, I can't even explain this kind of movement. It's like, sorry, but how can you explain that? Like, it even in Spanish, I don't know how to say that. It's magic. Like, I can say mágico, but it's like, it doesn't have any explanation.
Yeah, we check out the Bruise skate shop. A wrap around your boot and plate to keep them on your feet and in place, so you can improve agility, be better with Bruise skate shop straps. Love those Bruise straps.
And we have a team timeout for Team Argentina. We remind you that even if they have a team timeout, the clock is not going to stop. That means that we still having 3 or less minutes in this only period.
And look at these points for Argentina, and even against a team like New Zealand that's not very experienced. And we can see here that New Zealand men's roller derby was formed in 2014, and they only became incorporated in 2017. So a very young team, and Argentina with a lot of experience. But you see these 214 points. This bodes very well for later in the competition. This is the same kind of point spread that we were seeing earlier in the day from teams like USA and from England.
Well, you have to take account too that Team New Zealand has players of all over the globe. They have players of Taupo Roller Derby League. They have for Pirate City Rollers. They have for Denver. They have Western Sydney, West Coast Bomber. We have all different leagues from New Zealand. That means that
Vancouver.
I really don't know the New Zealand team. So maybe I misunderstood about the information. But I suppose that they don't have a lot of time to train together.
Yes. That's exactly right, you know, coming in here. And right now we've got Vasquez with lead for Argentina once again. 1.5 minutes left in this one for Argentina to continue to try and rack up the points. And that's exactly what they're going to do right now as Vasquez is through for another 5.
Tenemos a Vázquez llameando para el equipo argentino, que obtiene otros 5 puntos más en el jammer número 17. Menos de 2 minutos de juego de este primer y único periodo de la Copa del Mundo, primer día de la Copa del Mundo. Estamos decidiendo quién va a ser el primer, segundo, tercer y cuarto puesto del grupo. El grupo en el cual está Argentina, tiene a Nueva Zelanda, a Dinamarca y a Gales.
Fantastico.
And we have 5 more points for Argentina. I would say in English, with this group, the second game of this group is the group with Argentina, Wales, New Zealand, and I'm skipping one. New Zealand, Wales, Argentina, and Denmark.
Denmark. Seems to be that Argentina is the cream of that crop. They would be the best in there. So.
And we are back on Derby. Less than 30 seconds on the clock. Maybe we won't have another jam. We don't know yet. We will know that in 20 seconds. We can see the whistle and we can see some penalties being accessed. In this case, it's for the pivot of the Kiwis team, the team in black. And we had a star pass for the pivot, so now he's the jammer. That means a power jam for Argentina. Un power jam para el equipo argentino debido a una falta cometida por el pivot. Ahora nuevo jammer para el equipo de Nueva Zelanda. Y Vázquez que continúa pasando, anotando otros 5 puntos más.
See, and Vázquez continued to score right there. 30 points on that jam to put a big exclamation point on it. And you can see some of those points being scored right here. Those wonderful moves of Vázquez sliding by and jumping by. Look at that footwork down the line. That's a lot of experience it takes to make moves like that. So wonderful. And now we see Argentina celebrating in the corner. A very good tournament ahead of them, a strong future. We've seen these skaters come back year after year. They're getting to be household names, you know. So a huge fan of this team, and I know that you are too, and of all of Derby. So Derby love, this was a Derby love fest. Despite the scoreboard over here, these teams have a lot of respect for each other. New Zealand has a strong future in Derby with the kind of talent and energy that we saw out here.
It was the first experience, and we know because Argentina already lived that on Birmingham, the first experience is the most difficult for a team. And I think that the Kiwi has a lot of potential because you can see that they are very well instructed. They have, like Aotearoa in the women's workout was a huge team too. Like they have a lot of information, they have a lot of potential, and I think that maybe maybe tomorrow or today we can see as the team is going to evolve and we can just have this major bouts.
It will be interesting to see as they progress throughout the tournament and get stronger and stronger. And again, Argentina looks very good for facing some major teams. I want to see them against some of the top teams out here. So that's the reason to tune in and to stay with us all weekend and to continue on through this series of short bouts that we have to kind of give the forecast of what's coming down the line. I'd like to give a compliment. I very much enjoyed your dual call. More Spanish. I love that back and forth. Very, very good.
Thank you.
Good stuff. So props up to you and to all the Derby world listening from all over the world and in those Latin countries and Argentina watching their team play here in the U.S. Big shout out to Argentina. So all the Derby love. I'm Rockus Ron.
I'm Troncha Toro.
All right, we'll wrap it up here and take you on into the rest of the tournament. Have a good one.